Okay, this program also has a nice way to put an overlay on top of a picture. So you can kind of have a title down here like they have on, WPSD. You could even get a little side box up here. So think about like the guy talking on the news and they have a picture up above his head. We can do both those things, but it's super not intuitive. So let me show you how to get that set up. The first thing I would do is go down here on the bottom right and go to your overlay settings. Now you have a couple different settings. I have no idea what some of them are, but basically 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all set up to be the same thing right now. So what I would say is with number 1, I would leave him alone as a full screen that fades in. Let's go to number 2. I would set him to be a picture-in-picture, and then I would grab my settings and adjust how that picture, where I want that picture to be and the size I want it to be. So 1 will just be a full screen, whatever you're overlaying overlays the entire screen. Number 2 means you're going to overlay in a little box and hit OK. That doesn't make any sense at all until you see it happen. So once you've got your overlay set up, let's go, I'm going to show you just real quick what that means. So if I were to have, I've got this Marshall County picture over here, and then I can take this Google Slides right here, and that's what these numbers down here mean. That means which kind of overlay do you want. So I would take this input and say I want to overlay it full screen, which is kind of ugly for this particular one, and then click the one to turn it off. If I click 2, that puts them in that box on the right, click them to turn it off. So number 1, we got it to be full screen overlay, and number 2, we got set up to be picture-in-picture overlay. So that's how you deal with the overlay settings. Once you have the overlay settings, then you can really start to work with titles. So let's go to your add input. Let's go to more. Title is one of your options, and look how cool these things look. They look legit like you're on CNN headline news. So let's grab the coolest one, hit OK. Then what it does is it puts you in this weird headline title editor, which I think is very non-intuitive, but I could say click the headline, say what that should be, the description. Very nice. I could even pick a background image for it if I wanted to. And once I've done all that, I didn't save it unless I hit the plus. So I close that. I have this title down here. I could say I want that to be a full screen overlay by clicking that one, and look how cool that is. Very nice. Now, you might need, somebody else might come out on the floor, you might have something else coming up, some other description you need. If you right-click this input, you can get back to that title editor, and you could make another title. Just go in here and type your stuff. Hit your plus. Now you have 2 different titles in there. Make sure you hit that plus. I always forget that. Close that. And now you have this option where you could right click it. You can decide, do I want it to say news? Right click again. Maybe I want to say the other one. So you can say voila. Turn it back off. Right click. Go back to the other title. Voila. You could even have both of them going on at the same time. So that's how you do titles and overlays, which make things look really professional, but there's a lot of clicking and setup and right-clicking to make everything work.